Thank you for watching Lango News channel.
My name is Geoffrey Odu. I'm the Managing Director of Mentor Schools. Today, I had the opportunity to make a presentation to the guardians of Lira University as after having had training by Denish Ongora, and I want to thank God that I could have that energy to speak with the situation I am in. My message has been very clear that as an entrepreneur, as a director, we started the journey of education in Lango from a humble background, which, to my understanding, the best business you can do, you do it when you understand it very well. I'm a professionally trained teacher who has taught now for 50 years. By the time I started it, I taught for 8 years. And because I had understood education well, I touched the lives of many children as a classroom teacher. It was not very difficult for me to start the school. And I want to say I started from a classroom teacher to a director, which to me, anybody can do that, as long as you have passion and love for what you do. Today, I also had the opportunity to let them know that education is not business. And when you come with it in a business perspective, you're interested in profit at the initial stage, you fail. So it calls for patience, dedication, and passion. And for us as mentor schools, for the last 12 years we have had, is what we have been doing. I want to say that in 12 years, mentor has now impacted positively in the lives of many, more than even traditional schools that have been for over 50 years. Because I would even feel that we should change the name from Mentor Secondary School to Champions High School. Because for every competition we get involved in, we are champions. The champions of boys and girls football in Lango. We are champions of debate in Uganda. We are champions of math contest in Uganda. We are champions of NEMA quiz in Uganda. We are champions of innovation. You are aware Mentor came up with a project, the patient monitoring machine, which has really touched the lives of many people, which the government wants to develop it and make it a machine that can help in hospitals. So, because we are professionals and we love what we do and we are transparent and dedicated, Mentor is shining, and is shining and touching the hearts. So I want to thank the guardians who have created today, that let them use this training which have had to impact on their lives positively and the lives of them. Everything is possible. As I say, you start a business as an entrepreneur, you start by that level and so you do the rest. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Patrick Ouni. Wait a minute. My name is Patrick Ouni. I manage Brixton Guest House. I happen to be the president of this cohort, and I came from the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Lira. I also happen to be the Membership and Business Development Officer for the Chamber, and I was the principal person behind the coordination of these enterprises that have today come to the end of the EPD program. We have had 3 months of intensive training on the enterprise development program sponsored by UDB. Of course, we had facilitators from MOOPs, very brilliant facilitators, and we want to say thank you to the facilitators. Personally, what this training has done to me is a lot of transformations we've gone through 23 models, and all these models, if we are studying at the university, would not have gotten done by now because it will take a lot of time. But thank God that the professors who came summarized the model in a way that we were able to deliver it in a very short time and yet very purposeful. We started by personal sense of purpose. You notice that if you are an entrepreneur and you want to start a business, you need to understand what motivates you to start the business, the direction that you want to take. Of course, you need to have to live the dreams that you have thought of. You know, every person who starts a business has a vision or a dream that he wants to live. And so the introductory part of personal sense of purpose was very, very, very meaningful to all of us who attended this training. And so it redirected our thinking of how entrepreneurship is all about. And so has brought us back to the root of what entrepreneurship is all about. And so we've been doing businesses. Quite a number of us have been doing businesses based on copycats. When you see your friend is flourishing and you think you can also do the same, and maybe probably beat the friend, but you don't know the nitty-gritties. So this training has taken us through the nitty-gritties of what you need to do in order for you to be a successful entrepreneur. And so we have had to go through different models. And I may not have the time to go through these models, but I said specifically the model that defines who you are as an entrepreneur is a personal sense of purpose. You've heard or you will hear from many, many of us testifying that we were starting businesses basing on what we think we can do. But ideally, if you don't know where you're going and where you're coming from, it is very hard. And so the personal sense of purpose redirects you to, it gives you the control, the direction, the motivation, and the required skills that you need as an entrepreneur. And so we're very appreciative to MOOCs for coming up with this, and then also to UDB for sponsoring it. Away from that, you know, this training took us through different kinds of learning skills and sets of learning skills. We did debt and business skills, or debts and what we call risk management skills. You know, when you start a business, you cannot know how you're going to manage it. And so you need to be empowered. You need to be given knowledge of how to manage this. And most of us, you know, you start a business and you are constrained. You have debts all around you. But now they trained us on how you can navigate through the different cycles of debts that we go through. Even during the training, you notice that some of us are saying that sometimes you can go and have sleepless nights thinking about a debt collector coming for you. But now, with this training, we will now start to strategically manage the cycles of debt that we have in order to successfully manage our businesses. So all those skill sets were given this through this training. We also had to go through succession planning. You know, most of us start businesses and manage the businesses alone. You don't have anyone to look up to help you in running your businesses. And that explains why when the business owner dies, the business also what? Collapses. And so succession planning gives you a direction of how you should start getting someone close to you as you do the business. Most of us have been starting businesses. You hear that a business has started and it has collapsed. It takes only one, maybe it does not even reach the birthday. The business starts and it does not reach the birthday of the business. Before you celebrate the birthday, it's dead. People keep starting, but it does not what? Succeed. But now we've gone through all these cycles. From I said, from a personal sense of purpose to business planning, and that was the gist of everything. You know, you cannot do business without doing business plans. Now, these business plans, they took us through the business model canvas, the BMC model. And in the BMC model, you can clearly see that we've been having gaps on some of the parameters in the BMC model that we've not been taking very seriously. Compliance issues, you know, we've not been doing filing returns, we've been paying taxes. Sometimes you want to dodge tax because you're saying taxes are many. And so some of these compliance issues doesn't make you get some of the fundings that we would want to get from UDB in particular. Because UDB gives what they call development fund, which is different from commercial bank loans. And most of us used to say, we want money, want money when you don't know what you're going to do with the money. Now the direction has been given to us. When you want money, you should know what you want the money for. If you want money for development, you should know the criteria of what development money does. Development money is different from commercial bank what monies. And so this training has equipped us with the necessary skills to differentiate what a development fund is and what commercial bank loans are. And so I am very certain that when we leave this place and go back to our places, people are going to begin filtering what kind of loans you should apply and what kinds of loans you should go to. And also development projects that you want to implement. You will come out with a business plan, put it out into perspective, make sure you are compliant in your business, and then carry on with the business in a purposeful manner. Because ultimately, at the end of it all, you want to achieve your what? Your goal. You design your goal and you want to move through the goal. And so this training has given us, has redirected us onto all those touch maps that we should follow in order to be a successful entrepreneur. And I am very sure at the end of it all, we're going to be successful, and you will follow us through to find out how successful we are. In conclusion, I want to say thank you to all the practitioners, the lecturers from MOOCs for taking us like parents. They have been so particular about how we internalize these things. They have been so down to earth, trying to demystify our fears and telling us, you know, this thing, you can do it. And I'm certain that we are going to do it. Also, we cannot forget about UDB, because if UDB did not come down to differentiate this development funding and then commercial bank loans, we would be getting back through the cycles of starting the business, it dies. Then you start another one, it also what? It dies. So we want to appreciate UDB for coming down to us to give us this kind of training. And I also want to call upon UDB to continue doing the same so that we transform the businesses around us within Uganda, because that is what Uganda signs up to do in the NDP development program. And so we want to thank UDB for that. But also we want to thank Lira University for hosting us, because we've been studying from Lira University. We've not had any interference. They have given us conducive environment for learning, and we cannot take it for granted. If we were within town, you would have someone who wants to see you here. Lira University is a bit out of town, out of business, they say central business district. And so we were able to concentrate. And so we appreciate Lira University and also the media. You know, you do a very good role.
That we invest in are investor ready. We are here in Lira City because we are helping entities in Lango region become investor ready. This program is called the Enterprise Development Program. It has run for 2 months with 23 modules. We have worked with 40 entities carefully selected in partnership with the Chamber of Commerce here in this region to ensure that by the time they are done with this, they are ready to receive funding from Uganda. We all know the issues with entities in Uganda today. The fact that most of our enterprises were very good at starting up, but what normally happens after the first year, they are lost and they do not know exactly what it is they are supposed to do. That is the gap we are trying to fill, because we believe entrepreneurship is the cornerstone of our economy. Without us doing something about it, we shall have failed as a development bank, and that is why we are here today. The Enterprise Development Program is with its 5th cohort. We have already been in Kampala, we have been in Narua, we have been in Gulu, we have been in Mbale, we are in Lira. We shall then be going to Mbarara, Fort Portal, and Masaka.
What next after this training?
What next in regards to
What shall we be seeing happening?
So once the trainings are done, the whole point of the training is investor readiness. Once the trainings are done, these entities then will be coming to us to receive funding. Some of them are just going to go and just look at their processes. So it isn't that everyone who goes through the training is going to receive funding per se. What we are doing here is making sure that your enterprise has the right processes in place. So some of this just needed that to get the right processes in place. But others actually needed funding but weren't ready to absorb the amount of funding. Let's remember that with a development bank, we're not looking for loans of 2 million, 3 million, 1 million. You're looking for facilities from 50 million and above. So to be able to absorb that money as an SME, you need to be ready. So that is what next. Once we're done with this, what we are looking at is now entities that are either ready or entities that need some more hand-holding so that they can be ready to absorb funding. Remember also, this training is not just that they all come to UDB. They can go and receive grants, they can go to other financial institutions, depending on the level of funding that they need. Our job is to ensure they are investor ready.
So when do we see another training happening again this way? Because those who miss would be now yearning also to benefit from this.
So what we are doing, we are going to be partnering with Lira University. Actually, the partnership has already started with their Incubation and Entrepreneurship Center that has just been started. There's a lot of trainings that are going to be happening here. So we will be running this journey with the university, and that's why the partnership was needed, because as you know, most trainings normally would happen in a hotel or something like that. We needed something where we knew that no matter what, we will have presence 24/7. So you'll be seeing a lot of trainings here with Lira University. Yes, so we are not leaving the region, we're here to stay. Yes, thank you. My name is Barbara Aseke. I can write it.
Thank you for watching Lango News channel. Please subscribe for more updates.